The state and federal correction systems are getting out the word out to people on parole that they can vote again here in Minnesota. That new law went into effect June 1st, and today the League of Women Voters partnered with the State Department of Corrections and Federal Probation Services on a voter registration drive. As John Croman reports, they see it as a matter of public safety.
At the same federal courthouse where he was once sentenced to prison, Milton Rucker filled out the paperwork to register to vote.
They gave me a call a couple of weeks ago, let me know that they had passed the law, and then they just said come down and register to vote. So they said just come to your nearest United States District Court. So I came down.
The League of Women Voters registration booth in the courthouse lobby is part of a statewide effort happening in person and online, getting the word out that Minnesota is now one of the states where felony offenders can vote before finishing their probation.
Probation officer, when they come in, they be able to go over all of, whatever it is that they need to go over in terms of part of that orientation process, and one of which includes information about voter registration.
Until now, many former offenders were unsure about the rules, according to Secretary of State Steve Simon.
There's a lot of confusion that way and the other way, both people who thought they couldn't vote and they could, and people who genuinely thought that they could because maybe that was the rule in North Dakota, our neighboring state.
Now it's simple. If you're behind bars, you can't vote. If you're not, you can. Corrections Commissioner Paul Schnell sees it as a public safety plus.
People who are more connected to their communities and engaged with their communities actually are less risk of coming back into the system.
For Milton Rucker, it's part of setting an example for his grandson.
Now I'm a part of society, I can vote, I can show other people that, you have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Now you have a voice.
The new law has been challenged in court by a group that calls itself an election fraud watchdog. The Corrections Commissioner and Secretary of State say they can't comment on the merits of the case, but they will continue to implement the law as written by the legislature. In St. Paul, John Croman, KARE 11 News.